Friday. I hope you've had a wonderful week and you're feeling like doing something creative, or maybe you just want to listen to me jabber about crafts while you do something else that you have to get done. But hopefully you've got some time in your week to do something creative. So we are in February. We have only done one live stream in February, which means I have one page made from the February supplies, and the rest of the month we're working through the same stash. So let me show you what we did on Monday, which is just about done, but not quite. And then today we're going to make a new layout. I've got two 4x6 portraits today. And then on Monday, I'm going to do a multi-photo page with a whole bunch of small photos from the same event so that all three of these end up kind of telling a story together. Ready? Here we go. Boop, onto this. So this is what we made on Monday with the with two photos from the Beatles Story Museum in Liverpool. And I kind of needed a little bit of going in the right direction again, but I think I'm there now. Hopefully today's will come together a little more easily. So we pulled out some yellow to go with the yellow submarine. We've got the red from the brick and the details on the submarine, and then added in the other colors from this multicolored dot paper. So we've got some of the green, some of the more peachy pink, and this blue, and then my journaling is going to go here. But I went to go ahead and write on this, and then I went, wait a minute. Sometimes there's purposeful procrastination. Are you ready for this? I know, and I said when I was making this that there's going to be another page. And then when I went back through all the photos, because I took the photos off both cameras, I'm like, actually, no, I need 3. And the middle one, I'm trying to decide if the middle one will be a pocket with all the extra pages or if I do a legit third layout. But we'll make that decision when we get there. Future me can figure that out. But what I don't want to do is end up wishing that I hadn't journaled this because I get to the next page and the storytelling is not fitting together properly. So I'm going to leave the journaling off this until I've done today's and possibly Monday's so that I can tell the story all in the right order. And right now I still have a little bit of flexibility so that I could make this the second page or the third page, or it can stay as the first page as it is right now. Does that make sense? So purposeful procrastination, as in waiting just a little in order to do it in the best possible way. I would not ordinarily say that that is my plan because it normally feels really good to get all the journaling done on the day, but I don't often do this where it's like multiple pages that are going together. So just a temporary pause, right? So today, more Beatles photos, but with a fashion focus. So 2 4x6s again. One with the suits from Hard Day's Night. And, of course, a Sgt. Pepper jacket. So these two together, so that then I can do the fashion writing here. And then I'm going to take everything else that's not these two and not these two that I want in the album, print those a smaller size, and they're either going to go in the middle, front and back of a pocket page that would be smaller than 12x12, either 9x12 or 6x12. Or you could also do 3x12, but I know I've got more than that. Or it could be a third page so we just have 3 12x12s. That's where we're going. But today, a fashion focus. Ready? So I'm going to pull that layout out a few times as we go. Let's start with a little bend and snap. Bend and snap. Do, 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 do. Bend and snap. Do, 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 do. I'm very happy to report that my goddaughter and her sister are doing the high school version of Legally Blonde. And we wondered if Bend and Snap was cut from the high school version, and we found out the answer this week. The answer is it's cut if you are in the 2 youngest years of the school. It's not cut if you're in the 3 oldest years of the school. There's a magic line which says you are now old enough to do Bend and Snap, which I love. That's kind of funny. So one of them is doing it and one of them is not. Okay, these two. Then I fixed my notes so I should be able to see them. I can! Amazing. I'm going to do some boxing stuff out, and we've got, because I was overzealous, 2 background packs in my world. So I think this time I'm going to use them both. And what I wanted to do was see how this blue goes with the other blues. Let's find out. I've also got more yellow here because the other background pack is just one of each color, and this one has 2 sheets in each color. So it gives me a little bit more to work with to go with our non-background packs. Yes, this is normal around here. Okay, so what do they call this? They call this bubble blue. Is that a new Doodlebug color, relatively? No, 2018. They've been doing that one since 2018. Okay, I just don't think I've had much in bubble blue. So bubble blue with this is brighter, but I don't dislike that combination. And then let's find it in Bookish, and let's have a look also at the Winnie the Pooh stuff. Okay, so, oh, actually, okay, the blue in Bookish is a little bit more green, and that's what we're seeing here. These are just ever so slightly more to the green side. This is not. Okay, and then the blue tone in the classic Pooh is way greener than that. So that's a no. Okay. Let me see where I can see all of you. There we go. So backgrounds. Let's hold this paper out because that has all of the colors and see what from the Doodlebug pack works well here. Karen is scrapping today while watching. Woohoo! We love it. Catching up on old kits she hasn't finished. That's a brilliant plan for the day. Well done. Please keep us updated on what you make. The greens are really bright compared to that one. Oh, these greens are not the same green. Ha 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 ha. So a funny one. So this is actually obviously not this same green, but it doesn't look bad. This one is never going to work. It's too similar in tonal value, like the saturation, while this is more olive. This is a spring yellowy green. This is a completely different saturation level. So we can use those two together, especially if this is in small amounts, and it will work as an accent. Just throwing that out there. Okay. The yellow is fine. So we are great with the yellow. And I much prefer this polka dot that they do, the tonal polka dot, to the polka dot with white. I just find it so much easier to use. So we might start there today. Oh, or there's a crosshatch. I like crosshatch even better. Okay, so we're going to use, are these the same yellow? Bumblebee and lemon. No, they're not the same yellow. But goodness, there's not a lot of difference in between. Let's see if you can see. Where you have, if you want to check Doodlebug colors, go to the branding strip. Because this is the same pigment. And this is the difference between Bumblebee is the bottom one and lemon is the top. So lemon is a little softer, a little bit more toward the butter, where Bumblebee is more toward the sunflower type color. And yes, and yellow, oh, and the lime matches the Sgt. Pepper coat. It totally does. Thank you, Jean, for pointing that out. Okay, so we got those yellows and that green. Pinks are not where it's happening. How about the reds? See, this is the dot that I like least. I like this dot best. They're not too bad, but they're not too great either. So it's workable. But we have other colors. So I'm going to pull out these 2 yellows and this green today. And put the rest of the Doodlebug away for today. But good to have a look in case you've only got the Doodlebug and you wondered which goes with what stuff. Okay. Then we have got, from the other backgrounds, these are the softer tones. So, where's the other photo? Now, the gray would obviously work because we've got quite grayish background here, but I'm not sure that I want that to be where I'm going. So I'm more tempted to bring out this blue. And then let's put those together and see what happens if we have all that. So those are backgrounds. Let's put the backgrounds down here that I'm not using down here. then these are not today. The game sheet is not today. That's got to be after the 22nd. That's going to be the last week. Because I've got board game weekend this month. Yay! Then we have purple. Don't think that's where we're going, but I like these. Okay. So we used a tiny bit of this in the other layout. We've got all of these that look nice together. I think this is plenty to get us started. So let us take a look. Now, where do we want to start for our background? I kind of like the idea of putting it on a yellow today. If I use this yellow and bring back the other layout, am I happy with that combination side by side? Yeah, I like those two together. I know this yellow is darker, but this is just to start with. We're going to put stuff on it, so it's okay if it's not quite as dark. It's not a huge clash or anything. Let's take the branding strip off here. All right, anybody else scrapping along today? What are you doing while I scrapbook? I know Kirsty said she was taking a break from lots of chores. Excellent. Excellent break time activity. Oh, wrong window. Where's what I can see the camera? There we go. That does look quite bright on screen. It's slightly less bright than that in real life, but we're good. Okay. And I think we have to put the lime green around this photo here. Oh, which is also the crosshatch. But it's okay, there's going to be another pattern in between. China girl is scrapping her own thing. What you scrapping? What you scrapping? You can do your own thing. You know that's cool here. Why have I just realized I have something on my sleeve? Okay. So just a super tiny mat here. Oh, by the way, so Monday was an accident and I just timed it poorly. Today, there's going to be a laundry earthquake. The pre-trimmer is starting now. And it's not even an accident. We were all away last week. WB is home solid for the first time in ages. I have laundry everywhere. And yesterday was the only day this week that I haven't done 2 loads of laundry, and the basket is still not closing. So, y'all, I'm doing laundry. We'll get there. All right. So we've got the lime and the coconut. And then what color around this one? Possibly the other yellow. What scraps? Hold on, before I cut into all this. Did I have any of the darker yellow left at the end of Monday's layout? Because it would be nice. Oh, it's right here by the trimmer. It'd be nice to bring them together. Yes. Does this fit around it? Just. How perfect. Okay, so we're going to go here. China girl finished a birthday page, and now she is picking photos for her next project. And Christina is having a rest and enjoying the quiet while baby sleeps. Yay. Enjoy your quiet. Okay. All right, let's ink those. And then I'll show you where I'm going with this. So we're going to box these out in the middle with another layer behind. Remember on Mondays, or if you didn't see it, I started with a square of pattern paper here. I want to kind of go on a similar journey, but not identical. So using an element or two to get me started, figuring out where that might be. And what I want to do is have the two like this. Something will go in the middle here, and then a box behind it. So I need to decide how big I want that box to be so that I have a column in the middle that can hold some journaling, like in this sort of space. And what on earth did I just do that I've taken my nail off with adhesive? Not the nail, just the polish. Sorry. The nail is still intact. We're fine. Okay, so if I go back to the same paper that I used for the journaling on Monday, I should be able to repeat that here for continuity. Where are you? There. So cut a box of this to go in the middle. And we're looking at making it that sort of height. Like that. Beautiful. So that's going to sit in between the two. And we're going to put a square behind all of that. Cool. I also think I found out what crashed on my little website where I keep all my notes for this. They've added adverts and they're video adverts. So I think it like crashes stuff because I've got my note and then over here, it's got this whole little blinking thing that was never there before. Blech. Right, anyway. Okay, so color to go here. What have I not? Oh, I haven't used this one. I had pulled this out and not used it yet. So I think that's it. So what size is this? We're going to do that, and whatever that is, we're going to cut it into a square. It looks like about 10. Let's see how far off I am. Hello, Sophia. What's your art lesson today? Oh, she's good. I was 1/32 of an inch off. It's not bad for somebody who never measures. Right, here we go. So we've got this in the back. Joanna is scrapping along with us today. Woohoo! She has got photos of a trip to Europe in August and September. We love it. We love it. We love it. Georgia is playing pickleball at a new pickleball center on Sunday, and it's a pickleball festival. How many times can we say pickleball today? I'm still not sure I understand pickleball, but I feel like that's part of the thing. Oh, I had already inked these. What am I doing? Ink this. Sophia knew that we would ask, what is she doing for art today? And it's a hard one to explain. So she put a photo on her Instagram stories. Sophia is a marketing genius today. All right. It's Star Wars models. They're actual kits with chipboard models and an activity book. Amazing. Oh, I remember we were talking about all different things you could build with. I like how you've gone from airships to Star Wars. That's a lovely little transfer over. All right. Does this let me? Sorry, I'm getting a bunch of bleeps, and I just thought if I can log in and make sure it's no sort of emergency here. Does it let me do that? Where's the login button? Nice, nice. Your navigation is not helpful. Okay. Oh, there it is. Okay. No, their navigation is not helpful. I'll try one more time and then I'm done and I'll deal with it later. Maybe you can only do it for, no, I see. In their navigation, they have now said, we only do this on our app. Well, I'm not doing that while we're here. All right, let's go, let's go. So we're gonna have this square in the middle and we're building like that. Making sense, making sense, making sense. Okay. So we're gonna stick this one in the middle. Let's make sure our spacing is okay here. Is that gonna be about right? Nope, it's not. This is where some people would be like, this is what rulers are for. Rulers, schmulers. Eyeballs. I like using my eyeballs. I've just realized. You know how we all have a friend who uses ChatGPT for everything now instead of engaging brain? I just wondered if there was, if I'm so archaic that I'm like, rulers? I'll use my eyeballs, thank you. Oh no. Who needs tools to help you out? I don't want my eyes to forget how to do that. Ruler schmillers. Okay, then let's put this onto here. This background pack kind of makes me giggle because this textured ledger and this textured polka dot is really, really similar to a basics paper pack that I did when I did digital collections for 2 Peas in a Bucket like 20 years ago. And that kind of makes me giggle. It wasn't 20 years ago, it was 15. But I know what I like, apparently, because I like it if I design it. I like it if somebody else designs it. We're all good. Give me old battered up polka dots and ledgers. I'll use them all day long. All right, so everything we've put on this so far is from the background packs. Shall we get to some stuff that's actually in the main supplies? Why not? So we've got one more floral, and we used the other 3 on the previous page. So I think this is a good call to bring in the floral here. And we're going to build in this middle section. Jean says, you're nothing if not consistent. That's it, that's it. I know what I like. All right. So we're going to put this right in the center here. And then we're going to put some letter stickers underneath. We're going to leave this space open for journaling. And we're going to embellish on this diagonal here. Nice. What else do we want from here? Now, remember, it's very book heavy. We can use the hearts today. And anything else? Oh, we've got a journaling bit here that we can use. Okay. We can do that. Right. Then, other things. We've got the remainder of this that we used last time, which has these on the other side, but I'm okay with that. All right. Now, let's go see how these dots are not full. We're going to go over here and do the same thing over here. And then we're going to go along here. We're going to make it a little wider than all the stuff that's there, but not as wide as the whole page. Cut. Ink. Then we're going to to tuck this underneath here. So that we see just a little bit of the top row of dots. Like that. Color. Okay. I'm gonna grab our letter stickers here. Now, I said the title at the beginning of the video. What other word did I put with fashion? Oh, fashion focus. That's what it was. Sorry. Brain was like, it's another word, but I'm not going to tell you what it was. We get there. We get there. Okay. So we're going to see what happens if we do. Oh, I'm not sure if I've left enough room for it to fit. We're going to find out. I have not. I need to come further over. This. Oh, I still haven't left enough. Oh, girl, what you doing? Okay. Okay, it takes up the whole gap. Okay, it's not completely centered because this one is not on the photo. I'm gonna see if I can make it. So you know I'm using a product for the first time when my spacing is just horrific. No, don't make the gaps too small or you'll just be off. Okay, we're getting there. Okay, we're on to the white frame on both sides. Then, just double checking, we do not have focus as a word here. It was actually in the original shortlist, but it did not make the final cut. And I used the green here. So we're going to do focus in that green so that they all have things in common. And why on earth did I leave that sticky side out? There we go. We got dots to use too. Okay, green. Same size. Let's do this one. If I can. F-O-C-U-S. Yeah, that's fine. Now let's go from the right because I'm going on the diagonal. So done. Okay. Title like that. Now, stuff. I'm curious. At one point in time, I did have some Beatles stickers. I have a quick look to see if they would still be in with Scrappy Things. Or if I would have. Oh, they are! Yo. Okay. I think they're clear. But that is an okay color to put clear on. I've had them a long time. All right, where do I open them? Are they sealed? They're sealed. There's no sticky. They're just like never been opened. I got myself a badge over there. Did I show you? I got you. I got you this. I got me this. I got you this. We can all wear it together. It was in their Valentine's collection. Okay. So I put a yellow submarine up here, right? I might have to pull the other layout back and put some on there too. Now the interesting bit is going to be, does it look naff? We're going to find out. Because what do I have to lose? I've saved them all those years. I have nothing to lose. They are definitely clear. The color is going to be way more muted on here because they're not particularly bright on the clear. If I can make it work, then I'll tell you my yellow submarine childhood story. Oh, actually it's brighter when you stick it down. Yes? Diagonal. Okay, so my yellow submarine childhood story. You remember, I'm the generation that, you know, videotapes were pretty cool and novel, and you didn't really own your own. Yes, China Girl, let me sort that out for you. Yeah, so the generation that that we have, oh no, earthquake time, where you didn't really own videotapes yet, right? You might own one or two, but mostly you went to the store to check them out and then you brought them home and then you had to take them back. Be kind, rewind. Yes? Okay, so trying to decide what's going to go down here. I think it needs to be this one. So, oh no, it could be the band. Let's have the band. Yellow Submarine was one of only, I think, 3 videotapes we had in my house when I was really small. And that means I watched it a lot. I watched it every Sunday, if we were home, every Sunday at 2 p.m. for years. They're facing the other way. There's nothing I can do about it. And they're going to have to go over the dots because they're too tall. Okay. So, yeah. So even though I haven't watched it in years, I can still quote the whole thing. And it was, so I've seen this movie hundreds of times because I absolutely adored it. Hilariously, one of the other videotapes I owned was an old video that it was a bit like Kids Bop, and it may have even been called Kids Bop. I don't know, but it was a kids group that did videos where they like did dance routines to pop songs, and they had a Beatles version that was Yellow Submarine, and that was the other thing I owned. And then Alice in Wonderland. So those are the 3 videos I owned as a child. And Alice in Wonderland was the last one to be purchased. It was a big deal because Disney videos were so expensive. So I had those 3 tapes. And years and years and years passed before I understood one of the jokes. Because he's home now, but he was in Liverpool, yeah. There's a joke where they walk through a factory and there's a lever on the wall. And there's a big sign that says, "Do not pull," or "Do not touch," or something like that. And he comes in and pulls it. And then everybody looks at him and he's like, "I can't help it. I'm a born lever puller." And American me did not understand this joke, even though she knew that the Beatles were from Liverpool, because the accent just didn't click. The joke didn't snap into my brain until I think I was about 25. And then last week, walking all over Liverpool, it's all I could think of. And before WB did his first tour trip to Liverpool, I I told him this joke, and apparently he could not stop saying it and laughing about it either. So there we go. That has to go in the journaling somewhere. I can't help it. I'm a born Liverpooler, but none of us are. The Beatles, however, are. Okay, you're right. So Jenna says everything facing the same direction just means the Beatles are looking forward to the other layouts, which, remember, I was like, we have flexibility. You're correct. This will look better than that because they can look toward the other layout. Amazing. You are spot on. Okay. But now we got to put stuff with it in order to make it work. Okay. Let's go over here. Oh, the earthquake has finished and the droids are beeping. Beep boop. Thank you. All right. So how many rainbows do I have? Enough to make it work. Let's have a little rainbow here. Don't love that you want to separate. What's that about? There we go. Thank you. I'll put a rainbow up here. Kind of like it there, but I want it to mix in with this. So these stickers are from the Live the Dream bundle that is to use all through the whole year. All right. Then from this we have hearts that I was going to put on this diagonal. So let's go with yellow one here. I might ink those in just a second though. And a blue one popped here in the middle, so you can just sit there for a second. Green. And then the pink. Oh no! Allison's mom took her to see one of the Beatles movies when she was 5 or 6 in the cinema, and she remembers absolutely hating it. So funny. Yay, I'm glad you used these on a layout. I love it when you use what you buy, especially if it's stuff I made because I want it to be used and not just thrown away. All right. We're going to have a little diagonal line of hearts starting there and then coming down here, and we're going to ink and pop this one in the middle. Sophia had a VHS that she watched over and over that was Animal Olympics, which I doubt anyone remembers, and when I looked it up recently, I realized how much of it is of its time and no longer okay. Was it animals being forced to do weird stuff? At first, I was reading it like Animaniacs, and the Animaniacs doing the Olympics sounds amazing. But if it's animals forced to do Olympics, maybe not. Okay. I inked it, but I didn't do a good job, so let's try again. And then that's going to go across there. So we have a little diagonal line of the hearts. Now, we could add in some silvery ones, but I'm not sure I want to do silver. Did I on the other layout? No. Okay, so let's not do silver. Now, yellow dots. You get 4 sizes in this pack, but you only get 2 of the giant ones, just saying. Okay, so we're gonna do dot, so it separates. You have 4 tiny ones. Oh my goodness, I'm already enjoying Olympic social media. I love Olympic athletes on social media. For the most part, they're such normal people who've been given something that's super cool and they're just giddy with excitement, and I love that. Also, I love it when they admit to really silly things. So yesterday, my friend sent me this and I was like, I love this so much. An Olympic skier gets to the village, unpacks her stuff. She's missing something. Guess what she's missing? Ski poles. Olympic level skier left her ski poles at home, had to call home, get her boyfriend to bring them when he comes. They have now arrived. All is fine. But like, how normal human is that to be like, I have to pack all these million pieces of uniform and kit because our sponsors have told us we have to wear this outfit on this day and this outfit on this day and this outfit on this day, so that it takes up so much of your brain space that you forget your ski poles. She is me. If I were an Olympic athlete, I am not. But like, I'm so there with that. That chain of events feels so very real. We love Olympic athletes on social media. They're precious. I love it so much. Okay, so we got yellow dots going across there. Oh, should they have been further down here? Should we not stress about it? Correct. All right, let me go back to my notes. What else? Oh, yeah. I wanted to do a star punch, maybe. But now I've gone hearts, so maybe I replace it with a heart punch. Should we just go? I wanted to kind of like explode one shape, and I've already added hearts. So shall we just do loads of hearts? Or is that too weird for this theme? I mean, it's never weird. It's pictures of my kid who obviously I love, therefore I'm allowed to use as many hearts as I want. So are you. But you could change it, because originally I was going to do stars. But then there were hearts in the stickers, so I went with the hearts. Okay, and the interesting bit is, like, this punch is kind of big. Do I have my little heart punch here too? No, that's the bottom of a cupcake. I can see the top of the cupcake. Where's the heart? I have 4 punches that size. I can see 3 of them. None of them are the heart. Here, found it. It was not even in the wrong place. I just didn't see it first, and so I panicked that I would have put it in the wrong place. I did not. Give yourself credit, Shimelle. Sometimes you wouldn't forget your ski poles. Just sometimes. Okay. So, colors. Should we do yellow on yellow? Because we've done yellow. Yeah, should we just really go all in with yellow? Okay, because we have yellow in the background. Then we have the darker yellow and the lighter yellow. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3 big yellow hearts. These are so completely different illustration vibes. And I'm just going to mix aesthetics. It's fine. All right. So we're going to put one behind here. Oh, I haven't seen that, Sophia. Oh, no. I did not see that at all. I just had the wholesome stuff. I think that spacing is better. One giant heart there. Don't worry. It's, you know, sometimes it looks a little out of place because we need to add more. This is totally one of those times. Okay. Sorry, dudes. You're going to lose some feet. that placement is the placement. Okay, then little ones. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, because then I can turn each of these spots into a trio. Right. Christina says, in the Olympics, the presenters cannot pronounce the names of places in New Zealand. What does everybody think about their own country's Olympic kit, like clothes? I'm so confused by the skinny fit pastel pink puffer jackets of Team GB, but quite a lot of the rest looks fine. But it does look like whoever was arranging it didn't know what size any of the athletes are. They don't go. All right, now. Oh, maybe one needs popping in each section. Okay, where did I put the squares? Here they are. Let's go, let's go. I don't have enough fingers. Okay, so if we're gonna overlap, we'll do it like that with a pop dot, and then we'll do somewhere else nearby, like that. Okay. So we overlap here. You could go the other direction if you don't want it overlapping the photo. And then pull another, oh, did I do that right? And then there, I put the glue on the right side, I just held it wrong. Okay, and up here. And we'll overlap there. Which is not staying straight, so let's see if we can make that cooperate. Here. Okay. Gold. Start with a little, then go for a lot. Okay, up there, and then here. Yeah. Let's go back to that sticker sheet with both layouts. So, having chosen to make the commitment to madness here, let's then, okay, that's the dreadful flying glove. Splendid. Maybe we need, oh, these are butterflies. I kind of forgot that that's what they were, because they look a little bit like circus tents. But they are butterflies, and they're all facing the same direction? Yep, they are, because, you know, these were not made for scrapbookers. So I'm going to put a butterfly there, and a little one in the middle. Oh, actually this one does face the other direction. Well, fancy. It's so tiny that you can't tell, but yeah, there, I take it back. There's a mix of directions here. And I can put one down here. Let's go with this one. This sticker sheet is really, like, it's only glued in the middle, but it It makes it really hard to get the stickers off the sheet. Okay, so we've got that. And then I think we need to bring a little bit of Beatles to this one so that it's going to be consistent throughout this set. So maybe we do, well, I've got 2 more butterflies. I'll just do that. One there. Come on. Got it. Oh, here. One there. All right. See how I tucked that one there? I think we need to do the same thing over here. And then be done. Nope. Needs to go all the way over to the side if it's not going to look bonkers, or it could go up there at the top if you prefer. Okay. There we are. That's it. Journaling. That's what we're going to do. Okay, so then on Monday, I'm going to print out and bring you all the other photos I want to include. I told a lie. I'm going to make the edge match this one. Yeah, I'm going to print out all the others from the Beatles Story Museum and figure out how I'm including those. And then that will be the whole half a day we spent in the Beatles Museum. All scrapped. Yeah. And you know, some people would say that many pages over something that was a couple hours of your life is probably overkill. But I'm going to say, A, did you enjoy making it? Yes. B, did you enjoy taking the photos? Yes. Do you want to remember them and see them in paper form? Yes. So it's all good. Yeah? Okay. I need to do a little droplet of this, but I don't want to explode it everywhere. Just need to load a bit more ink into the pen. There we go. Now we're going to go with a really big bit there because I got a bit clumsy. That's all right. Okay, so if you enjoy this layout, you enjoyed the video, you want to give it a thumbs up, that'd be super duper awesome. If you want to make something similar or inspired by and tag me, extra awesome. If you want to make something completely different, also cool. Yeah? I'm just happy that you're making stuff, and I'm here to try to keep you making creative things in 2026. So this will then have writing and feel a little bit more full, as this one will too. And I think we're going to go that direction there. And when we do the third one, I might make a few final adjustments. Like putting these together, I realized maybe I want that little dotty stamp to go all the way through. But I don't need to make that decision right this second. I can do the whole set together. I will definitely go ahead and put those Beatles stickers on in with the small photos too, because, you know, when else am I going to use it? So let's use the thing I bought in 2011. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm so glad you're here anytime you can make it. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you very soon. I'm live again Monday at 1:30 p.m. UK time right here on YouTube. Have a great one. Thank you. Bye.